Hello YouTube, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go and do something very interesting in the morning. I'm going to take my 90-year-old grandmother flying in my aircraft. So that'll be very nice for her. She's looking forward to it. So we're off for a good flight tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'd like to pay a tribute to a dear friend, Mr. Miles Johnson, or Johnston, because I never can remember if it's Johnson or Johnston. I think it's Miles Johnston. But there you go. That's the enigma. And the enigma of Miles Johnson is like the enigma of Matthew Williams. Miles is a legend. You may not have heard his name, but I bet you every single program you've watched on Sky Television may not have been possible without his help, because he's the guy that plugs in the wires and puts in the screens and fits all the cameras and makes all the buttons work and does all the things. Well, not the only guy, but one of them. In fact, probably one of the good guys, one of the better guys. I would say probably the best. My opinion. Okay? Why would I say something like this? Why would I say that this Miles Johnson character is the best? Well, because when it comes to TV and video, and when it comes to broadcasting and Sky Television, he works as a technical director at Sky TV, and he's a very, very bright chap. He fixes the machines, he fixes the tape drives, he fixes the systems, he sits in the control room and he plugs in the satellite feeds coming from news reporters in war zones on satellite phones, and he'll plug those feeds in and they'll press the buttons, and up on the screen you'll get, hello, I'm here in Iraq and we're getting bombed, and it's a Miles is the guy that plugs the satellite feeds in and does everything. Miles does everything at Sky Television. He's a very multi-talented person. So, you know the newsreaders on Sky? You know the newsreaders? When they sit there and they read their news, those screens behind them and those video walls, Miles put those up. Miles is the guy that put them up. Miles does so many things you would not believe. And his background is, he was trained in the BBC, and he was, as far as I'm aware, given very good knowledge of how to build radios and radio broadcasting equipment, because that's what the BBC do. BBC broadcast. So, he was trained to be a broadcast engineer. And he used his skills not only to help the BBC, but he used his skills to help his home country, Ireland, that needed a radio station. And they had no laws in Southern Ireland that stopped them from having a radio station that played extremely powerfully music that transmitted from very, very many miles, all the way to Scotland. The signals from Ireland, Southern Ireland, went all the way to Scotland from a station which was built by Miles. And it was all legal. It was all legal because the Southern Ireland government didn't really care about licensing. They didn't mind about it, and it was fine. So just on the border between Southern Ireland and Northern Ireland, Miles built one of the biggest transmitters you could ever possibly transmit, with what is known as a Yagi high-gain aerial, transmitting millions of watts of FM music power into Northern Ireland. And of course, in Britain, it's illegal to do this. This is called pirate radio, and you're not allowed to do it. But in Southern Ireland, which Miles is from, you are allowed to do it. And it is legal. And it was legal up until recently. But Miles gave Ireland and Scotland music for free. This is known as pirate radio. And that pirate radio station that he helped start there also blossomed and turned a little bit into something that then became something known as Energy and KISS. And KISS is now a very big radio station in London. So there's connections there between what Miles did there and the KISS that you have today in London. And this guy, he's a selfless, tireless worker who does things for the love. He doesn't do it for the money. You know, money is just the fluid that gets the parts that need to do things, but Miles does things for the love. He does it for the love and for the purpose. And he dedicates himself these days to not only being one of Sky's best technical directors, he is also a very avid UFO enthusiast. Now, he video films UFO documentaries, and he videos interviews, and he puts them up on YouTube. And I want you to go and see his channel, because Miles has his own unique understanding of the UFO situation, and Miles has his own insight, and you might want to learn about Miles's insight. I'll give you a little picture of Miles. This is Miles. Oh shit, that's a bit stretched. That doesn't look very good. Damn, Miles. Hang on. Whilst we're chatting, I'll reformat the picture. So, Miles is very much into the UFO phenomena because he's had experiences himself. He has had many sightings. He's seen many things. And because he's seen many things, like many of us, he believes that there is a conspiracy from the powers that be to not tell us the truth. And Miles, quite quietly and tirelessly, has actually helped with his videos for many years, and his broadcasting and his suggestions to Sky to do certain program ideas, and giving ideas to the news teams and things like this, things that they need to be doing. He's actually helped more than people know. He's one of these background figures that basically, does it all. He does it all behind the scenes. And now I want to pay a tribute to him. So I'm just going to do a 720 by 576 by 576. What we'll do is we'll bring it up in a second. Miles special. Right, okay. Now this, I think, is a reformatted picture. No, that's the wrong one. This is the reformatted one. Hey, guess what? Now it's stretched into the correct size. So that's Miles. Looking very dapper. Looking very dapper. This is a man who might one day want to interview you. And if he does, he will put it on YouTube, and he might put it on TV, because he has contacts in television. In the past, Miles has thought that I was a crop circle maniac and maybe not telling the truth, but he listened to what I had to say, and he's open-minded on both sides of the camps, that it could be aliens making the crop circles and it could be humans making the crop circles. And he believes that maybe I should have some punishment, but also he loves me too. He likes the crop circles, he loves the crop circle designs, he loves them. Yeah, we love them too. That's what I put on the back of my head. Miles is into the paranormal, and he likes his ghosts, and he's seen many strange things, and he sees things a lot. Miles sees things a lot. He's very sensitive. So, he's a very sensitive guy, and he's even got contacts that go back to the Radio Caroline days, and he knows stuff and people that were working on Radio Caroline. So, this is a man that you need to look at. And I'm putting his details up for you to go on to subscribe to his channel and to look at his channel and view his videos and give him some extra hits, because he really deserves it, and the information that he's got is dynamite. Yes, dynamite. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, because this is controversial information and some of it is coming from controversial people, you have to watch it, absorb it, and decide what you believe is the truth. Yes, but Miles is simply a journalist. He's a journalist asking questions. He has his own beliefs, but he's asking questions. You have to decide. So, it's like with my channel, I can't say certain things. There's some things I can say, there's something I can hint at, but I can't say certain things. Yes? So, Miles is the guy that puts you on TV. He's the guy that puts you on TV. He's the guy that makes TV happen. And you need to go and see his channel, because he's into UFOs, he's into crop circles, he's into the paranormal, and he's a very, very, very nice chap. So, go and check his channel out now, and watch all his videos, and rate them highly, and leave some nice comments. And that's it. Goodbye.